Hi guys, thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment and share. So today we're doing a cut crease, a purple cut crease with gold shadow. So I started off with my brows as usual. I feel like the brows shapes the face, so I always start off with that, and I use my LA Girl Pro concealer in white sand, I believe, but I'll list it in the description below so you guys can know exactly what I use. So I went in with the purple shadow from the bhcosmetics palette, and I'm just blending that into my crease. Also, I think I'm gonna use that palette a lot, so I just blended that into my crease to make it as deep as possible. And I'm using the pink shadow from the same palette to create a transition from my brow bone on into my crease, so that a transition between the two colors. So I went back in with a purple shadow to sort of deepen the crease, or to make it more pigmented, and I just went over the pink with a burnt orange shadow, kind of like to create a smooth transition. So I just blended that into both those colors. So after blending that in, I just kind of cleaned it up with the purple shadow, and now I'm just using the same concealer that I used to prime my eyes. I'm using that to cut my crease. I use a flat brush, and I think the flat brush is key when cutting your crease or doing a cut crease. That way you're getting a precise and clean cut, so that when you pack the other shadow on, it doesn't look like it's blending in. It just look like you've created a new crease for yourself or on your eye. So I'm just blending that out with the brush, and I'm using yellow gold eyeshadow from a Profusion palette. I will list it in the description below, and I'm slowly packing the shadow on, and I'm layering it so that I can get the most pigmentation out of it. So yeah, I will just continue to lay that on top of the concealer so that it can show, or it can pop. Right, and when the closer I get to the crease and my transition, I try to go as slow as possible, because I don't want to mess up that clean cut that I have going on there. So then I blended out the outer part of my eyes with a burnt orange shadow. So I'm just putting that on top of the gold shadow that I used on my cut crease, and I just slowly blended that in. And blending is key when you're especially when you're doing really bold shadows. It's always good to blend as much as possible. So I went in with, I didn't add any shadow to the brush that I put the purple shadow on with. I just used it I went between it and the pink shadow to kind of like just clean up all of what I added to my lid. And I cleaned up, I just created a straight line. I could have used tape, but I wasn't thinking about using tape at the time, so I just used the flat brush to kind of clean up the outer corner of my eye, so that I could add my liner. And of course I am doing a wing liner, because the wing liner is way more dramatic and way more fun. So I normally just do a wing liner, and I'm using the Santee black liquid liner to create that. I really like the brush that it comes with, because it's really small and it's very precise. So I just did the same thing on the other eye, and now I'm going to apply my foundation So on my previous video, I only used the Maybelline Espresso 380 Espresso, and I didn't like how it looked. It was too, like, I feel like it was too dark. So what I did is I mixed that shade with a LA Girl matte foundation. Both of them are matte foundations. I don't remember the shade of the LA Girl foundation, but again, I'll put everything that I used in my description. So I just blended that into my face, and I made sure there aren't any patches, and I carefully blended out the foundation to make sure that it's showing. So when I'm blending, I also try to take it down to my neck and on my ears. So I'm just gonna go ahead and highlight underneath my eyes with the LA Girl Pro Concealer in Toast, and I'm using a tapered brush or a pointy brush so that it could get up underneath my eyes to blend that out. And I'm putting that on my chin, as well as I'm going to put it on my nose, and I'm kind of going to squeeze this, and I'm using the foundation brush because I kind of want it to, the leftover foundation on it, to tone down the highlights. So I just squeeze it and I blended that onto my nose, and now I'm setting underneath my eyes as well as everywhere that I put the concealer with the Maybelline Shine Free Loose Setting Powder. I'm not baking, like I said before. I don't like baking because I don't like the whiteness of the powder that it leaves. So I just set the concealer to prevent any kind of crack or any kind of creasing. So it's always great, or it's always important that you set your concealer, because the concealer is really thick. So you have to make sure that it is set so it doesn't crease or it doesn't create a really ugly look. Anyways, I'm just using a dark powder to kind of give my face a light contour, kind of to add some more definition to my face, because of the foundation and all the powders that I've added previously. It kind of took away the natural contour that my face would have. So I'm just using a dark powder, darker than a little bit darker than my skin tone, or darker than the highlight, to kind of fill those areas in. And I'm also doing the same to my nose, kind of to reshape my nose, because I covered it with concealer and powder when I was doing the highlight. So I'm just taking my time to do that so that it looks presentable. So I'm using the same brown liner that I use on my eyebrows. I used it to line my lip, and after lining my lip with that, I'm going to go ahead and use the Italiadeluxe lip pencil to kind of create a really, it's not really ombre, but kind of an ombre effect. And I added lip gloss, clear lip gloss to that. My lip glosses, you can shop my lip glosses by clicking on the link in my description below. I have a variety of lip glosses that any lip gloss lover would love. So I'm just prepping my lashes for the false lashes with Jordana like I said, I'll put it in the description, but I just prep my lashes with some mascara, and I'm using a light green shade to line my lower lash line to create a really cute popping eye look, to kind of finish off the eye look. I'm just using a really small smudge brush to create that, and I just went over my bottom lashes with the same mascara to kind of remove all of that powder that came from the eyeshadow. I'm just gently doing that, and this is the finished look. I added some lashes and I sprayed my face with some setting spray. Check the description for that, and this is the finished look. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment.